we doing, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to Twisted Koi. It's Wednesday afternoon. It's a dreary, wet Wednesday afternoon, and we're going to be dodging the rain because I've got all the bits and pieces that I need. I've had to get the heat gun out to make sure that I've got enough fittings, and fingers crossed, we're going to get this IBC tank up and running today. So that's ready to go. Pipework's there, fittings there, I've got another bit of pipe out there, and that bit of pipe's got to come out of that fitting over there. Yeah, that pipe has got to come out of that fitting there, and we're going to be going from there, ball valve in the middle, up, and then into there. And then if I've got enough pipe work left, I can then start getting the waistline in as well. Because, oh yeah, look, I've got a bit of 1.5 inch pipe down in there. But what I want to do is I want to get it running and give this bottom a bloody good sweep so I can get it all picked up and into there. And then we can go from there. And I'll start replacing the water and bringing it back up. But yeah, as you can see, it's a fucking horrible, dreary day today here. Wind blowing a hoolie. The kiddies are doing alright. And yes, I can't remember who it was, a subscriber asked if I had a Becco in the pond. And yes, I have a Ginrin Becco. Used to belong to my best mate Brad. I remember the first, in fact I was with him the day he bought it. But yeah, a Becco is basically a Becco is a Sankey with no red. Just like a Shiro Atsuri is a Showa with no red. The cash is still sulking in the fucking corner. I'm going to have to do some more scrapes, methinks. So yeah, I want to try and get as far as I can in here because I've decided that I'm going to move this air pump into the front room for the minute. And why are you moving it to the front room, you ask? Well, as you know, I like using air to run my filters, and now that the fish have settled down in the tank and they're starting to eat quite voraciously, I want to be able to clean the sponges out on the sponge filters that I've got in the tank, out in normal, out in the kitchen sink sort of thing, so I can get them proper clean. But to do that, I've got to create some kind of biological filter to compensate what I'm taking out of the sponges. So what I'm going to do is the little air-driven sponge filters that I've got the power heads on at the moment, well, I've got a couple of them spare, and I'm going to try and put a some kind of bottle on there, whether it be a Coke bottle or an Oasis bottle, with some K1 in, and see if we can turn that into a little active K1 chamber, which would then enable me to clean holy shit out of the sponges in the sink, as opposed to trying to get them clean in a bucket of water that's already dirty from siphoning out the bottom. So yeah, we'll probably go up there if it starts pissing down with rain again, and we'll start on that one. So yeah, a few things to potter around with. Like I say, the main focus for me is getting that IBC tank up and running. I've got the main pond itself is on moment, because as you know I'm having issues with this fucking ball valve here. I am going to give the boys at World of Water Bracknell a call to see if Mark pop round and let me know what fucking mark these easy pods are, because depending on how old they are depends on what fucking thread is down here. Some are American thread, some are British thread, and some are fucking, well, Yeah, we won't go into pronouns. But yeah, hopefully Mark will pop in and he'll be able to tell me which one's which, because then I can get them swapped out and get some slide valves on, which will also take up less space as well. So yeah, that's on the cards. And yeah, that's why I got top up, because this fucking thing was leaking through over the night after cleaning it the other day. Yep. Definitely gonna need to do some scrapes. Yep. They are looking good. They are looking good. Roll on the fucking spring. I mean, the temperature's gone back down to sort of like 7.9 degrees now, so yeah, it's up and down like a fucking yo-yo. I could say something else, but the PC brigade would get on me back, so I won't. But I was going to say the weather's up and down more times than the horse knickers, but there you go. So on that note, I'm going to stop flapping my gums, and I'm going to put you lot down, and I'm going to get some bits of pipe cut. Well, what a miserable fucking day it's been. It started raining again. These out here have been topped up and have perked up. I think this year, as well as building a tray to go underneath my shower to catch any drips, once I've built that, I've decided I'm actually going to raise the shower up by a brick or a brick on edge, just to take the edge of the shower away from the water level. I did notice a big difference in the way the water returns to the pond and the oxygen created when it returns from a higher level. And yeah, you might get a little bit more noise, but I'd rather take a little bit more oxygenation than no noise. So, but yeah, fucking raining again though. So I've got everything piped up now, everything's piped up, and that's running on the hose pipe at the moment. I've got no leakage on this pipe work. I have got a leak on here, but I think there is a little crack in the fiberglass, so when I can get the wicks and I can get some OB1, I'll strip that down and I'll seal that in with some OB1. Ball valve's working a treat. That should backflush through to there. Like I say, I've still got the active K1 chamber to sort out yet, but it's a flowing. So yeah, apart from a leak here, I think I've done pretty darn well, considering that 90% of that pipe work has been used quite a few times. Especially them bits down there. But yeah, so I'll give you a rough idea. Obviously it's going to be a lot faster than that, 3,600 litres an hour faster than that, which should give me some real nice movement in the tank itself and create some nice oxygenation. Because like I said, I'm going to be leaving the water line sort of like halfway between the top and the bottom, so right across the middle, so I'll get oh fucking hell, I'll get oxygen creation there as well as movement. So yeah, so up until that point, or up to this point, I'm a happy bunny. It seems to be working rather well. I did make a fucking schoolboy error though, in my rush to get out of the rain. I put my T joint in the wrong fucking way, so I'm gonna have to get another slide valve just to change it around at some point in time. At the moment, it'll fucking work. It'll do what it needs to do, but yeah, instead of pointing away from the filter, it's pointing back towards the filter. I'll show you. I mean, What a twat, huh? That bench should have been facing that way, but fuck it. It's working. I know it's working because that one does that. And then when I do that, it also does that. And then it also does that. So yeah, it's right. It's so close to that fucking that slide valve. I can't see it causing a great deal of problems. So it can fucking stay as it is for the minute. It's working, but the only thing I haven't got done now is the electrics, and there's no way I'm fucking around with electrics in no siree. I might be a mad bastard, but I ain't psychotic. Not playing around with electrics in the rain. Don't advise anyone to play with electrics in the rain. You could always sit and watch flowers in the rain. I'm just here watching flowers in the rain. Flowers in the rain, watch my garden grow. Oh, anyway, I'm going to go and make a cup of tea, cupcakes. Hopefully this fucking shower will pass over. I've got to open this up and strip it down. And like I say, I want to try and make some kind of active K1 filter on the sponge things and run it on this one for the moment. Because the better I can get it running in there, the quicker I can put more food in. And then the ones that have the potential to grow will grow, and that is already evident in the fish tank, especially when you look at the fry that I've got left from my spawning. There is a couple in there. Jack, I'll call you back. Sorry. Jack pulled and reef recording me. So, oh, out of the blue. But hey, I'll ring him back in a moment. What was I saying? Nope, it's gone. Fry, yeah, my fry in the fish tank. Yeah, I've got a couple in there. The two Ginrin Chibas, they're growing like stink. There's a Ginrin chocolate shag in there, that's growing like stink. But there's a small Ginrin chocolate shag that's not growing a great deal. There's a little chagoi that's not growing a great deal, and then you've got the Ginrin chagoi that Kopi's going to be taking. That is in between. So, and they're all in exactly the same water, exactly the same temperature, exactly the same food, and they came from exactly the same spawning. So, you know, if they haven't taken on that part of the genetics, then they're not going to grow no matter how much heat and how much fucking food you throw at them. I mean, the little kahaku that I've got in the main pond that come from pickles, that's a fucking prime example. And when we haven't got a rainy day, I will get a pair of them in the bowl, because they actually came from the same spawning. And they were when they were bought, they were both bought at the same time, because I bought Pickle the kahaku and Pickle bought me the Tancho Showa. Tancho Showa that's now going to my boys Koi Liverpool. And yeah, the difference between the Tancho Showa that I took and the kahaku that Pickle had, and Pickle's been feeding exactly the same food because I was fucking giving it to him. So I know it's not the food, and I know the water conditions were fine because he kept on top of that, but it just goes to show which ones take on what, you know. And okay, the Tancho Showa isn't much of a grower, but it's going to make a nice fish to try and spawn off of. But I'm hoping that little kahaku is male, because I've got Showa in the pond that I think are female. I've got Tancho kahaku in the pond that I know is female and has spawned. I still haven't fully checked over Susan's Kahaku, so we might have a female there. But if Susan's Kahaku is a male, oh my word, yep, that will definitely be going in with the Tancho Kahaku. Oh, we should get some more wicked fish then. But then if Susan's Kahaku turns out to be male, it then gives me options with the shower that I've got. Now, if the Hoshkin shower turns out to be female, you know, the white and the Benny from that heroic Kahaku of Susan's in with that Sumi on that Hoshkin shower. Yeah, lovely. Lovely. Just makes me all warm and fuzzy thinking about it. The only thing that doesn't make me warm and fuzzy is this fucking weather. Yeah, still fucking pissing down. Anyway, let's have a look at these little... Hey cupcakes, so let's shed some light on the situation. I am going to be changing this light for a spotlight like the one over there. But yep, they're doing absolutely grand. Spiffinaroo, spot on. Kushti, happy as Larry with them. See, look at this fucking weather. You can't even looking through the window, you can't admire your beauty of your fish when the water's broken on the surface, can you? I mean, come on, let's be honest, people. I'm gonna turn that light back off. No point having it on when we don't need it. But yep, that's topping up quite nicely. And like I say, I've got a little drip there to sort out. That seems to be running through. So once I've got the electric sorted, I will then fire the system up. And like I say, what I'll do to start with is I'll just be in there giving that bottom a bloody good brush to pick up absolutely everything I can off of the bottom. I'm not going to touch the sides because I want the algae on the sides, because like I said, ultimately I want that one to go green. But yeah, so far so good, and now I've got that pipe work in, I can now get on and finish the walling. Oh, fucking camera's got water on the screen. There we go. So yeah, now I've got that bit of pipe work in, I can get the rest of the wall in. Oh, get the rest of the wall in across there and get the expanding foam in there and everything else ready for a very slight render up the front when the drier weather comes. Like I say, I've still got to box the pump in yet. That'll be fun. But to be honest, with the weather and everything we've had so far, I'm quite pleased with this year's progress. Really pleased with this year's progress. So, yeah. Looks like I'm going to be going upstairs to my boys' zone. my hobby area, as the kids call it. It's lovely and peaceful up there. Sorry, I just had a message come through there. Yeah, so on that note, I'm going to put you down, and I shall pick you back up when I go upstairs to have a look at doing something with these filters. Do I take some media out of the Easy Pod and toaster tank, or do I put fresh in? Put fresh in and see how well. I say fresh, it's a mixture really in that bag. There is loads of brand new micro K1 in there, so I might actually scoop around and get. I think I might try doing two. One with a mixture and one with micro K1, and see which one matures quicker. So yeah, on that note, I'm not going to stand here rattling for the sake of rattling. I'll pick you up when I've got some electric stuff, or I'm up in the loft. Hey, howdy diddy, we're back. I've got me battery tools. I've got me battery hobby tools. Look, got them all set out. See if we can get you back into position now. There we go. And bucket of media. I brought down my box of bits and I've sorted out a rough assortment of what I've got here. I've got an assortment of pipes, tops, bottom bits where the air comes through. We've got some grilling, some mesh, trusty Coke bottle and an Oasis bottle. We'll give them both of them a try because I'm going to try two different types of, to convert two different types of air-driven sponge filters. And as you know, guys and girls, I love my air-driven stuff. So the plan is we've got the bog standard air filter for aquariums. So we've got a little chamber here, and what happens is the air comes into that little chamber and the air blows up that pipe. But as the air is blowing up that pipe, it's also pulling water with it. So it pulls the water up the pipe and spits it out of there. So basically what you're doing is you're sucking water through the sponges into here, up through there, and then out through there. But what I plan to do is I plan to add the bottoms of what was a Hygge sponge filter onto there, like so. Taking this sponge off, put that one onto there, like so. Jobs a gudgeon. So then I can put a little bit of K1 in there, and then what I plan to do is attach said Oasis bottle on the top of it with some media in there that will bubble out nicely, and then we'll put one of these on the top to finish it off, and then hopefully we'll have a lot more bio for the fish tank. So means less water changes then, doesn't it? So here we go. I think me no, it would help if I turned the fucking thing on, wouldn't it? So, right, I'm going to have to press pause a second. Right, so where was I? Yes, I was going to take these sponges off here. We'll fuck them off in there. We don't need them no more.
Not swearing on here.
We'll take these ones off. Can you get out? I'm going to get slapped in a minute. Would help if I turned the glue gun on as well, wouldn't it? Right, that's warming up. The soldering iron's warm. So what I'm going to do, basically, is I'm going to take this bit out of here, because we ain't going to need that. I've already marked on the top of the lid, so I can get that glued in place. This pipe will actually go up inside the bottle, and then we'll glue on these ones onto here, like that, and then we'll go from there. Feel like the mad scientist at the moment. So soldering iron first, and don't forget, kiddies, don't burn yourself. Susan's going to moan at me now because this is going to stink. Ooh, almost got my pinkies then. Get me bored out. That'll make life easier, won't it? Because in all honesty, I'm not going to be keeping that fish tank to warrant getting an external filter for it, because once those fish come out of the fish tank itself will be shut down and is going to Brett at Kiri Koi, and so's the 3-foot one over there. That's going as well, because I don't want any water other than the turtle tank indoors once the fish tanks are gone. That's why I've got the 4 systems going. Well, 2 going at the moment, one's almost there, as you know. But once I've got the growing on tank up and running, then that 4 systems is plenty for any hobbyist. So you've got to draw the line somewhere, haven't you? So we've got a roll. Feed that through there. Like a glove. So we'll bang a bit of hot glue in around there, which is splurging out quite nicely. Just got to be careful that you don't put any glue where the threads are going to go. Otherwise you're never going to get it open if you ever want to take it apart. But the whole point of this exercise, like I say, is so that I can take the sponges off of the filter itself and clean them vigorously without worrying about killing off the bio in the fish tank, because the bio will be in the K1 that's in the little chamber, and the media that's bouncing around in the actual bottle itself. I'm just going to have to wait till that goes off now. Wait till that goes hard, and we'll put a little bit of mesh. And we'll put a little bit of mesh on there to stop any media going back down the hole. And then we should be ready to put the bottle in. And that's one done as far as I'm concerned. But I've got to get some more glue on some bits, so let's make life easier for ourselves. If we take the lid off of there, we can then and I can't see us having any problems with the hot glue, because you'll find that most aquarium plants are actually stuck to their bases by non-toxic hot glue. So just let that one go off. This one's sat in place quite nicely now. So we're getting there, And I just want to show how easy it is to get a little filter together out of scraps. Bits of old sponge filters and just bits of pipe, drinks bottles. Like I say, it doesn't have to be expensive. You might have to put a little bit of time and effort in, but it doesn't have to be expensive. So that one there, that's the base done. So we want, I don't think there's a lot of K1 in the bucket. K1. I've got a mixture in here of K1 and Helix, but I was going to put the Helix into the bottle itself. Oh, there's even a bit of black K1 there. That's sinking K1, that is. So if you ever find black K1, that'll be why you don't see it bouncing about, because it sinks to the bottom. So that'd be ideal in there. But I've got to say, even though K1 matures well, I still prefer Helix 13 as a biomedium, because when you compare the actual internal and external space for biofilm and stuff, it's astronomically different. See, no, I won't put any of that in there. Just dig about and we'll get some K1 in there. See, if this works well, then like I say, I've got 2 more in there that are running on power heads. Now, if this works, I can then take the power heads off and convert the other 2, and I'll be able to run all of them on the one air pump. Well, even got a bit of K1 micro there. No, it doesn't fit through the hole. A little bit more in there. Let's say some of this media is out of the filter and some of this is new out of the bag I've got down there, down the filter house. So you get just enough in there and then get top popped on. And then now, because I've got bio here and I will have bio in here, I can take these off and I can wash the shit out of these under the tap without worrying about doing any damage to the ecosystem in the tank itself, because you'll have the bio load to cope with it. So yeah, that's the reasoning and the method behind the madness. And not only that, these sponge filters, even just the basic ones without these bits on, you know, they're peanuts. And if you can convert them, well then even better. If you can make something more efficient, why wouldn't you do it? So yeah, this is my plan. Can't remember the subscriber's name. Did I write it down? Steve, I haven't forgot about your airlift drawing. I will get that sorted out. Alright, so I think we've got almost enough K1 in that one. Yeah, a bit of micro in there as well, so we'll put the top on that one. Right, so we're going to have to put that one to one side for a minute. Put that down there, because we're going to have to work on the bottom now. I think the iron's still on. What we're going to need to do is we're going to need to make a hole for that to sit in. You with me? And the hole would need to be right in the thickest part of the fucking bottle, wouldn't it? But I've got to love these hobby tools that Pa bought me. Absolutely awesome. Check that. A little bit bigger. Oh, almost at the pinkies there. Oh, look at that. Like a glove. See, what I'll do is I'll wait until I've got that screwed on the top now, and then I can work out which direction I want it to go in. Also, what I've got is I've got a couple of these here suckers that come with the old heaters. Well, these have got a little tab that you put in and you twist. So that'll be the next job, is to make the holes for them, so I can get them locked in there, so I can suck it to the side of the tank. Also need a little hole at the top for the airline to go through as well. And then I think we can chuck some media in it and put it to one side, ready for testing in the tank. And the testing might have to wait till tomorrow. And the reason for that is I got to put a plug on the other air pump, because the little nano air pump that I've got running the little air filter in the middle, it wouldn't move that K1 at all. It wouldn't even move that helix. So I can get it together and ready to go, and then I'll have to bore you with another video tomorrow once I've got them up and running. But let's continue getting this put together. That bit's rubbish. Where'd the other sucker go? Yeah, got you, sucker. Sorry, dad jokes. Right, so we want a little slit. Oh, Coke bottles, Oasis bottles have a nice little sizzle to them. There we go. Can we squeeze it in, or do we need it a little bit bigger? I think we might be able to finagle it. Go on. Oh, you little slut bucket. Hey, hoopla, we have a winner. I'm going to put a tiny little dab of hot glue. One sucker there. I think one should be all it needs, really, because the bottom bit will sit on the bottom of the tank, won't it? So just hold that in place till it cools down. It's coming. Right, where's my base? Got that there. We want the hole's going to have to go in the top. Take the airline off of the bottom of there for the minute. Don't you go nowhere. We poke that through there. so. I make sure it's just Helix in there. I won't need to put I'll put a in there. So Helix 13 in there. Pulled me pipe out. You stay there for a minute. Put a little bit more of this in here. No, we don't want K1 micro. Start off with that because I can always add to it, can't I? So what we want to do, we want to attach that pipe to there, like that. We'll see how that goes. So yeah. There we go. A twisted filter conversion. Now I know I want the flow to go straight out the front. So if we hold that there. Glue stick, Vincent, your plank. There we go. Nice little seal on there. A little bit around there. As Kyle would say, job's a gudgeon. So there we go, there's the first one. You know, I might have to take a little bit of media out there. I don't think I will, because the pump is Blagden. But there we go, there's number one. Now the other one I was going to do was this one. This one's quite a weird one. It breaks in half in the middle, and then you've got your sponge as your mechanical. So what I plan to do with that one is I'm going to put the Coke bottle lid on the top with a bit of hot glue. Same thing again with the airline out on the corner, and then we'll put a directional on there as well, and then you've got mechanical and biological. What could go wrong? need that bit out. There it is. Okey-dokey. So yeah, that's the top of it, and the airline goes in the top, right in the centre, and the bubbles come out from round it. Oh, smell of coke in the morning, in the evenings. Tried cutting circles in the tops of Coke bottle lids before, but yeah, I ended up slicing it with my fucking fingers quite a few times, so I give up with the knife. Now I just use the old soldering iron. We have another winner chicken dinner. I think I'm gonna have to heat my gun back up. Yeah. Let that warm up a second. So we've got another top here. I suppose those bits can go in there now. Those bits can go in there now. So we only need that bit, that bit, that bit, and that bit. That lot can go in there. And I don't think I'm going to need a mesh on there with the Helix. So it's just two more rolls and a bit of bit of hot glue, and we're winning. So that's that bit done. So we need a little bit shorter on this one. Okay, cokey. So yeah, hope this gives a few of you out there an idea or two. I love tinkering around with filtration. Always have done. Drives Susan fucking nuts, the fact I keep tinkering with it, but it's like an addiction. And as much as I don't like getting my hands cold and wet, there's nothing more therapeutic than cleaning filters. Hopefully it's dry tomorrow and get the electrics done and get the IBC tank fired up. That would be fucking wicked. That would be awesome to have that up and running. I'll leave that running. I'll rather run some PP or chloramine T through the system, give it a good going through, and then start thinking about moving some fish in there to get the old filters up and running. No, I reckon a few more. Skegster.
They're going to slap you. Filthy git.
It's a thing. Slurp for Skeggy.
No, it's not. You drink nicely or you don't ever get... I'm not making you a cup of tea ever again. You animal.
Can't have a video and not have a slurp for Skeggy, can we? So I would say that's about it for that one. So we attach the airline in centre. Do the bugger up. Now this one on the bottom has got a weight on it, so I shouldn't need to put a sucker thing on it. Once that clips back into there, that's weighted down. So there should do for that. Glue's starting to cool down, or the glue gun's starting to cool down, should I say. A little bit of sugar on there, that's it. Anyway, the same round the airline. There we go. Bob's your uncle, Fanny's your aunt. We've now got a mechanical and biological filter. So there you go. 2 cheap and cheerful ways of increasing the bio in your sponge filtration, air-driven filtration, whatever you want to call it. And it took me all of 20 minutes, half hour. Job's a gudgeon. On that note, I've been Twisted Koi, you lot have been great, and we'll catch you on the next one. When the fucking...
That's all, cupcakes.